Yeah, so anyway, just overall thoughts on you guys' game tonight and how you guys came out to start the season.
I thought it was a solid start, in the sense that, I was proud of the guys, the way they worked in the off season. I felt like, we were a little further along than I thought maybe we would coming back off the shutdown, and I thought they handled it well. They prepared well, and so we were able to maybe get in to it a little quicker than I thought maybe we could have. So I think tonight was a solid start. I think we obviously made a lot of mistakes in all three phases, which game one you're going to, and uh, I think there's going to be a lot of tape that we can watch tomorrow and be able to improve as a football team, and hopefully, like that every year, that time from game one to game two is going to be your biggest jump. And so I thought it was a solid start. I thought, again, I thought we missed some things in all three phases that we have to clean up. But overall, I told our guys, I'm never not going to be grateful and thankful and excited about a win. Every time you come into the locker room, you only get so many opportunities. I can promise you this isn't something that I'll ever take for granted again. Just haven't been through the things we have, and I'm grateful for the win, and I'm grateful that a lot of guys got to play.
How happy were you with the way Jason came out and performed? I mean, that's a big pressure situation for him to be in his first start, taking over from Mason, those kind of things. And he came out and really played well from the jump for you guys.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job, and you could really tell, and I'm sure y'all could as well, just the amount of confidence he got as the game went on. Even there in the second half, I thought once he pulled, we had he got some pressure there on a route, and he turned the corner and had outrun, I guess it was a blitzing linebacker, but he put on the Jets there. The very next play, we came back with a zone retype, and he took it to the house. And I thought he managed the game very well. Really the only mistake there was the pick there to our sideline. And to be honest with you, one, that guy made one heck of a play. That was phenomenal. And two, it probably wasn't the greatest call on my part, just because I didn't give him a ton of room there. But I thought overall he was solid.
What was it like to call it? Again, you made that decision in the offseason that you wanted to call games, and you're excited about it going.
I've been excited.
Was it fun? Did you like it?
Absolutely. I had a blast. But I've been having a blast since we've gotten back. Again, this is something that I knew we were going to do, and I feel like it's something that I can do because of the coaching staff that we have. Our offensive coaches do a phenomenal job. Great communication. As and you're going to have eyes, whether it's on the ground or in the sky, especially with the way we play and kind of when we start moving fast. You can miss some stuff as a play caller. So it has to be great communication. I thought our offensive staff, their coaches, did a phenomenal job with that. But yes, I had a blast.
After everything you guys have had to do this offseason, was there a point during the game or before the game where it sort of felt like football again?
Yeah, really this game week. I mean, well, I'll tell you this. After the last test on Friday, the last Corona test, that's when it really was like, okay, we're here. We're finally going to play this game. And so, but just the travel, the experience to get to the hotel, have your pregame meals, your meetings, your walkthroughs. I just had a blast being back, and every step along the way that we've had an opportunity to been back. It's been a different level of excitement, I guess I should say. With each kind of phase, you kind of move forward. Fall camp, OTAs, then fall camp, then game week. It's just been a lot of fun, and I think it makes it more fun with the fact that you have a good group of dudes, coaches, players. We've had a lot of fun together, and I'll tell you, that's not always the case during grinds like these and in fall camps. You get worn down, you get tired. But there hasn't been a lull, I guess, since we've started back, and that I think that's because everybody just enjoys being around each other. No one's taking anything for granted.
First game without Mason, but you put up over 700 yards, a new school record. I think it was 721 was the final total. Could you have envisioned that coming into this game with the transitions that you've had on the offensive side?
Well, anytime you make that transition, and not because I'm not excited about the guys that we have at quarterback. I think we've done a good job with recruiting quarterbacks, and There's no doubt in my mind that those guys can end up setting records themselves. But at the same time, you have a player like Mason Fine the last few years, anytime you've been through that much with one guy, you're going to miss him. But I will tell you this, our quarterbacks made me miss him a lot less in the sense tonight because of the way they played. I have a lot of confidence in that group. I've said it since the beginning. Everybody's worried and locked in and focused, rightfully so, fan-wise, media-wise, who's going to be the starter. I haven't been concerned about it just because I've been around those guys. I know we have a good group. I'm excited to work with them every day. They love ball, and so continue to get better. Players come and go. That's part of the process. That's part of life. We don't ever get to stick one place forever. It's good when one guy goes out and starts his career elsewhere. Another guy steps up, and it's his opportunity.
How do you guys handle the distractions of kind of an unusual week for you?
Football time is football time. At the end of the day, we're here to lock in and focus and win football games, and that's what we're here to prepare. And so there's no there's never one player, one coach, one administrator that's bigger than this university. Not one, and so and myself mostly. I promise you this. To me, it's about locking in and focusing during football time. You only get so many opportunities, and that's what we're excited to do. At the end of the day, you can only control what you can control. I've said it, and I think our players have heard me say it 1,000 times. So no matter what happens, no matter what adversity, look at it as a great opportunity to where we can overcome it together and defeat it. So there's going to be challenges, there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be adversity, whether it's in a game, whether it's through a week, whether it's through the corona or anything else. So at the end of the day, just lock in and control what you can control, and we'll overcome it together.
Coach Wallace isn't with you guys at this point. He's not with the team at this point. Do you have any comment about that situation?
I'll refer to our university's comments.
Did you anticipate playing Jason for as much in the first half as you did? Did you plan to rotate more, or was it kind of?
No, going into the game, we knew they were both going to play. Like I said, I have a lot of confidence in both of them, and for a couple reasons. One, they both deserve to. They've worked extremely hard. Their teammates respect them. They've been great in practices. But both those guys know, once a guy gets hot, I'm not going to pull him, and I'm really not going to pull him either if he makes just one mistake. And so I probably was going to get Austin in there a little bit earlier was my plan. But Bean got hot early, and then actually I was going to put him in that after the drive that, we had the turnover, but at the same time I didn't want to do it there either, just because of the fact that I probably made a dumb call. One, that kid made a heck of a play, and I don't want our quarterbacks feeling like if they make a mistake that they're going to get yanked, because that's not what it was. And so but once Austin went in, I was proud of the way he handled things. He hit a huge go ball to our outside receiver there, which set up that drive. We had a boneheaded penalty down there late to where we were fixing to punch it in for another touchdown, and we ended up having to get a field goal out of it, I think. That was a long game. It's hard for me to remember all this. And then he came back, and after the half, we decided to go back with Bean to get it back going. And then again, Austin, I think he had a good second half. So both those guys are going to see on tape. They did a lot of really good things. There were some mistakes that we have to clean up. But overall, I thought both of them were solid. I thought it was a solid start.
Did you expect the receivers to have as much success?
Yes, I really did. We've seen it every day. I think our running backs are really deep. I think we have some really good skill position receivers. And as you can see, I don't know how many different guys caught balls today. But I believe in spreading the ball around. Again, like I told them coming into the game, whether we're running for whatever we run for or throwing for however many times we have to throw for, I want guys, everybody's hungry, right? And they all talk about, I want to eat. Well, everybody's hungry, so let's feed everybody. And so that's my philosophy. I think if you have confidence in that group, whether it's the running backs, the receivers, get them the ball. And so that's what we're trying to do.
Well, what do you see from Ostrad? Obviously 5 carries, 120 yards.
He's stud, man. I was proud of him. I knew he was going to get in there. And, man, run hard. I mean, you knew it. Now, that's his personality. He's been itching. Last year I wish we would have had the opportunity to play him a little bit more in his redshirt season. But once we kind of started going a little bit, he ended up getting, I think it was a high ankle sprain that put him out for the last half of the season, and I think that kind of bothered him. I know it did because the type of competitor he is. So I'll tell you what, he ran extremely hard. He was patient, and then that one run I thought was as impressive as any. So the great thing is I think we have that deep group. I know all those guys are very capable. It was fun. It was fun to watch them run.
What concerns about the defense giving up 31 points tonight? What do you see on that side of things?
Well, first off, it's hard to be able. One, it's hard to tell because they played against a really good offense. We knew that coming into it. I think that quarterback's really good, and they can dink and dunk you. It forces you to play in space, and if you get back on your heels a little bit because of their tempo, they can make you pay for it. And so we're going to see on tape. It's hard for me to say with not having the opportunity to kind of grade the tape. And yes, there's going to be a lot of mistakes on there that we need to correct. But for game one, just being around each other with no spring ball on that side, it really is a whole new system. Offensively, there's some new guys. We tweak some things. Terminology doesn't change, and that's not making an excuse for anything. But terminology doesn't change. I know kind of offensively, I know who to get the ball to, and so because I've been around them for a long time, and so I know kind of how they're going to react. I know what their demeanor is when it's good, when it's bad, when they're right, when they're not, and so it's a little easier transition, I think, offensively, but. Those guys are going to be fine. I know Clint Bowen. He does a heck of a job along with our entire defensive staff, and we'll correct everything we need to correct this week and get back and ready to play against SMU.
How do you plan on handling the quarterback situation? You kind of
The good thing is I don't have to play my cards still, right? And so, like I said, you don't ever show a man your cards, until it's time.
How well, with the depth of your running backs, how easy does that make just the passing offense, knowing that you're deep at the running back, at the running back position, they can get some yards. How easy does that make the passing game for you all?
Well, it opens up the pass game because again they're going to have to start bringing extra guys down in the run fits, and so it's going to open up some opportunities to get the ball downfield. But at the same time, I believe in running the football. I believe in being a physical offense. But at the same time, I feel like if we do it the right way with the weapons we have, any week you're gonna have to pick and choose what you decide to do, and that's what you're looking for offensively. That's the balance I talk about. It's not so much 50-50 run pass to me. It's not, never has been. It's more balanced in your attack. I mean, what they're giving you is what you're taking, and so. If they want to load the box up, I feel like we have some weapons in the slots, not outside, that can make big plays. They can make you miss in space, and even a little hitch route can turn into a big play with one broken tackle. And so I think it has to complement each other, but I don't think we're anywhere near where we need to be. Honestly, I don't. I don't think we played even close to what I thought we'd play, to be honest with you. And I'm not talking numbers or anything like that. I think we had some we're going to see on tape. We had a lot of mistakes, but the thing I love about this group, they're having fun together. They love ball. They're competing hard, and you can coach this group hard. I can promise you tomorrow they're going to be harder on themselves than this coaching staff is, and I think they're going to bounce back and become and just continue to get better each and every week.